Hello there and welcome to my video. I'm so glad that you can join me right now. I'm Kate and I'm in the nest, and this is all about me actually flying away from the nest to the wonderful city of Melbourne. And I did promise that I would share with you where I got up to in my prep. I'm hoping to get lots and lots of stitching done, but maybe I won't. But I thought I would share the fun with you. So, welcome. I hope you are well, and this may not be a long one, but I thought, as I said, in the spirit of sharing the fun and games, I've actually not had very much time at all to prep, and I haven't even got my clothes out, but that's because I love my stitching and my making so much. And this trip now is entirely focused. So what's going in my bag to Melbourne with me on the plane and whatever other form of transport I take is one of my long pin cushions. I've decided that this is light as a feather. It gives me joy and matches whichever colours that I choose to focus on. And it has so many memories, so that's going in my bag. I have been sharing my progress on my pouch inspired by the Untamed Thread by Fleur, and I've actually done quite a bit of work. I'll just take that. Oh, I can leave that needle there. Quite a lot of stitching on this since I last shared. I have started to embellish, so you may have seen that this was my first ever brown flower, but I have gone round and round in this variegated thread. I've come down here and starting to do seed stitch in these variegated colors. More French knots have joined the party. This is, oh, the main thing is, I forgot to share, it's together. I'll take this pin out. Sorry, it's now a pouch. That's the biggest thing. So I have deliberately left a little bit of space here. I can be cleaning up as I chat to you, because I often like to put a trim or something. That was threaded and that would have been good to use, but anyway, that's the excitement taking over, doing a little bit of cleaning up. So that is ready to have things put in it. So let's put pin cushion in, but really this is more, I think, a project bag, and I'll get to that in a minute. But let's have a look at the back. Quite a lot of work, I think, since we last shared, but even if not, I think I shared that, oh, I did that one with you. Got another little baby one there. This is, I can't say it enough, the beauty of variegated. It happened that that little hot pink ended up in the middle of my flower. Running stitch, seed stitch all around here. That's joined on. I don't know whether I showed you that. And I've actually decided that I'm happy with this as it is, because the idea is that I started it inspired, and now when I meet Fleur in person and gather around the table with the other creators, I think ideas will start to flow. So that is my Untamed Thread inspired pouch at this point. A number of you have said you liked how I let that go, which I also like, just seeing the blankie underneath there. I've nearly gone crazy with it, but I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, here is my tote bag. Let's go to the insides first. So inside is my zippered pouch, completely stitched down with an operable zipper. So I've actually changed where I'm staying now, so I won't have to travel as far. So we'll see whether that's mobile phone and glasses or whether that's stitchy things. It's lovely to hear a comment from Beck to say that the good morning has found its place. I want to embellish that. That will be an easy thing and might even be done on the plane as I fly. So I could take that pin out. I haven't yet got to my swan closures because something incredible happened today. I came across a package of fringes from Zoe at the Green Door, and I absolutely fell in love with them. They're vintage trims, and look at this one. We used to always say when we were excited we would turn up with bells on. So Melbourne, here I come with my bells on. So a big strip along the front there and a little bit here, which I will love just feeling as I travel. But it has, that enthusiasm has probably got in the way of my quirky swan closures. Because, oh, it might work. I don't want to lose my baubles, pom-poms, whatever they are. Actually, maybe that would still work. I need to have one there, and I need to have another one over here. So that would be total quirk, but it may not happen. Now, just before I filmed, my husband said, "Now, have you finished?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "But it doesn't look finished." And that's why I wanted to share you. I've actually decided less is more. And I've actually taken a couple of pieces off for the reason of they weren't quite joining together. And I love this blanket so much that I suppose I've already learned from this one that the power of the negative space can highlight, you know, the actual other bits. So I've stripped it back to, I've taken the embroideries off. They're still intact, but like that little piece used to be here. But I'm not quite sure of the structure. So pinned in place here, I have another piece of Rachel's linen fabric over the top, another piece, and a little bit of this very vintage fabric that I think goes well. So I suppose at the moment I'm only down to this square. And on the back, similarly, I had a big piece of my favorite beading down here, but again, I was just not sure. So there we are. It doesn't always come easily, and I wanted to share that this is part of the process that we all go through. And the great thing about slow stitching is it doesn't take too long to pull apart. So I just still think that is incredibly powerful to just open it up and see the good morning, and to know I've got my zippered. I'm really happy with the colours of my zippered pouch, but I've not yet refined this. Okay, and now to some other things that I will take with me. I'm going to get this one over here and this here, because I may not take this with me, but I can take you through my ideas. Another one of the trims in the Green Door pack was this one. It's got heavy beads on this really lovely dainty braid, sort of dingles. It is taking all my strength not to put it on here as a sensory celebration, or on the back up here, but it would cover that flower. But you know how I said I always need to have a fringe? This one hasn't got it, so I'm being restrained, because also in there was this one, which isn't the right colours, but just a glorious pack. So I think I'm going to take that with me. And when all else fails and I lack inspiration, I'm just going to play with that. Okay, So why did I start to tell you that? Okay, yes, I'm taking that, and then just like my little country oppie tour, which was a trip, it's not a tour, okay, can't get over yourself. I have decided to take a long strip because this worked really well. Let me just, again, I need to say welcome to all my new subbies who may not have been on the trail of my op shop trip. But I took this, can we see any of it? Just a long strip of this cream blanket with fringes. See what I mean? I don't feel complete without one of those. And along the way, that was the first day, the bluebird. So it gradually, that was the first day I got that fabric. So I can tell where I got this was at Orange, at Dirty Jane's, etc. So that was the first day at Katoomba. So by gathering, and this is where the swans became, this is the only swan with the beak, they became famous. So I took this long strip with me, unembellished. So that's what I'm doing this time. And because it's an evolution, and I hope this makes sense, I am taking the mohair and I've pieced down, I've put 2 strips together because this is actually my last piece. So the base will be something different, but look how crooked that is. I'll fix that up another time. But this will form a vessel when I get home. So we gathered, but the influence will be this piece of fabric and then anything else. I have changed my plan, so I might get to squeeze some little oppie shopping in, because yeah, I was staying in the city because my son was close there, and now he's home. I can change things. I'm feeling like I'd love to take with me, which I will, a piece of this very versatile, in fact we might just do that in a minute. I'm going to stitch with you. I haven't stitched today, so I need to settle. So I'm taking that, and the other thing I'm taking is a little set of the Green Door Studios blanket pieces. Now, I always like to give you a crunkle. So he's doing this, you know that this was from a Green Dog kit, a large piece, but Zoe now is also offering these little packets, and look at these. See, I could make a needle book. Look at the color of that green. I'm converted. And this one, and then a plain, and then this. Just in awe yet again. Look at that. Maybe that could be a pocket in there. Ooh. Or maybe a contrast. Let's think about that. That could even happen right now. And these pieces, so they're very light. I think it's 100% wool each piece, but look at the varieties. That could be a piece there. Let's just have a play. Have I got anything else close? Okay. This is why I love my new nest, because I've got my papers over here just to prove it. They're on my left, and all my stitchy stuff is on my right. If you haven't ever seen that Rachel from Roxy's Creation makes the most amazing journals, that's her paper that I'm using to make some tags. Okay, so calm down, Kate. For example, this little doily could fold. Now I'm getting another idea. Doesn't match my colour scheme for this strip, but do you know what I mean? You can just have so much fun. So that's the beginning of a Beck style needlebook, etc. So back to the point, Kate is going to take that little kit, because the other thing I thought, sometimes it's just nice to do a tiny little piece at night because I'll be tired. So beautifully laundered and everything. Okay. See, I've got so much I don't know what to do. And I haven't even been to the course yet. A number of you have said that you are just looking forward to me sharing it. So I am going to see how much I can still share. I do want to do stitching as much as I can as well. So let's go for some texture. That's another piece of braid out of there, but we'll leave that for later. So let's calm Kate down. Oh, put that there. Let's do a little, haven't done a variegated wool for a long time. So I hope you're stitching along with me, because otherwise you'd probably just think, what is this crazy woman doing? Actually, I've got some thread in this one. Oh. So it's always a challenge. We've got to think about how much to take and how much we will bring home. I'm a very excited person now that I think I'll get to the shops. Sorry, I've got stuff under my nails because I've been moving the room all day. Do a little quick. Now I know a few of you have told me that you're starting on your first vessels or another set of vessels. So if you are doing that, you'll be stitching along with me with this project. And I loved, I've read all your comments, but I haven't written back yet. Again, I can do that at the airport or whenever I've got time to wait. Talking about the technical skills that I can pick up from Fleur. I'm really going to enjoy seeing her work in person and to look at other stitches around me. I'll try and absorb what they're doing. So big stitches here. It will probably be reversible, but we will see. Oh, pin can go away now. Oh, and we stabbed as well. Go out here. And let's just do a little bit of blanket down the side here, big blanket. Because it's obvious they're different sizes and textures. Nearly lost the thread. Okay, that's in there like that. It's not secure, but something else will go over the top of that. Straighten this out now. Just remember that when you're making a vessel, the bottom will be gathered, so try and keep a little bit at the top. You know by now that I like that sort of frayed edge. So there you are. That's the vessel sides. One big long strip that is coming with me. Got my little blanket pieces. I've got my pin cushion. I've got, okay, do not be tempted to do it now. What else have I got? I know, so let's pack the bag. I do need to stitch these bits on, but I won't do it. I'll spare you that because there's nothing revolutionary. Okay, so in here, project bag, let's put, I've got the dangles, I've got the blanket, I'm going to take the swannies with me, a little piece of stuffing, my special little container of buttons and precious things that if I find some buttons or little bits and pieces, they'll go in there. So I can be embroidering, sewing buttons on. So that will go into there. We'll have this pin cushion. I'll save a needle. It can go in there. My project. Still oodles of space. And Michael Swift, which I just better check. It's good that I checked because I haven't got any pins in that one. So let's take some from here. You can never have too many pins. Although I'm not going to take many vintage textiles with me. And let's put a needle in here as well. I've got my travel scissors. Yep. Oops. It's not the easiest, but we won't be opening and closing that too many times. That's that recycled little pouch I got. An orange mum zippered pouch. In here I've got needle threader, a little, let's take some Zoe wool. This is a nice little thin one. What else haven't I got? Some of my favourite variegated, but I'm hoping to get some more of that. And, oh yes, now that I'm green, where did I get this from? That's beautiful. That can go in there as well. So, check the list. Scissors, thread, place to put little bits and pieces, pins, and a very big needle. Wrap that up. I did finish that, and I don't know whether I showed you that. Like that. Ooh, look at that. Now she's bulking up. actually should be going, good morning everyone. And the last thing is the pouch that I got from Zoe's the other day, which we think is a pajama bag. Beautifully stitched with press studs. It's going to stay intact, and that's just going to be for anything that I might collect. So there we are. Good morning everyone. Seeing this, it doesn't really matter which is the front. Project bag could go in there, but what else can we put in there? This little bit of my favorite, and oh yes, that's right, I had this out. There's another bit of Rachel's that goes with these colors, Rachel's linens, sorry, so I can keep working on the front of my bag. And it's as light as anything. There we go. This isn't, like, you can't really see it. Can I do that? Oh. Oh, can't pull you back now. I'm hopeless at all of this, but there we are. And see, it doesn't matter which is the front or the back. They bring me joy. So there we go. We're absolutely bursting and ready to go to Melbourne, to Fleur Wood's workshop. So until I talk to you again, happy making, keep well, take care, and thank you for watching. Bye.